In our third video about Bidenomics, we're looking at the question, why is Biden's economic job approval stuck? The White House is rolling out their economic agenda that they call Bidenomics in preparation for President Biden's re-election campaign. As reported by Axios on July 22nd, the Biden team has long been frustrated and at times confounded that these positive data points are not reflected in his approval rating, which is stuck in the low 40s. From our June survey for Winning the Issues, we found President Biden's job approval stood at 38 to 53, and among independent voters, the gap was wider at 31 to 56. In terms of his job approval on the economy, a majority, 54%, disapproved, with 58% of independents also disapproving. Let's look at trending of President Biden's job approval on the economy since the start of his term. When he came into office in 2021, the president started out in a positive position with an approval of 55 to 35. This means voters gave him the benefit of the doubt when he came into office in a difficult situation as the country was emerging from COVID. But his economic approval started to decline in the summer of 2021 following the passage of the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan in March, and when inflation started ticking up. Then when the White House and Democrats were trying to pass their Build Back Better spending legislation in July and August, his approval declined further to 45 to 47, with more voters disapproving than approving. As inflation grew progressively worse into 2022, so did his approval rating. By the summer of 2022, when inflation hit its peak, the gap between approve and disapprove became wider, and it has remained stuck ever since. Although the overall rate of inflation has started to come down, his job approval has not reflected any economic developments. That is in large part because of ongoing concerns about inflation. A majority of voters, 56%, believes inflation is still getting worse, with only 22% believing it's getting better. From the latest inflation report through the month of June from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the current year-over-year rate of inflation is 3%, meaning prices have gone up 3% from a year ago. But the cumulative rate of inflation since the start of Biden's presidency is 16.6%, meaning prices have gone up 16.6% since the start of the Biden administration. And it's even higher for certain household expenses, such as gas, which has gone up 52.5% since January 2021, electricity is up 26.1%, and food is up 19.1%. Therefore, there's skepticism among the electorate that the president's economic plan is working, with only 31% of the country believing that. At the heart of this challenge for the Biden team is a fundamental disagreement that the electorate has had with many of their economic policies, particularly their spending policies. A majority of voters, 55%, believes government policies under President Biden and Democrats in Congress have caused inflation to increase and prices to go up, meaning voters make the connection between policies of the current administration with high prices they are paying, which poses a challenge for the Biden campaign going into 2024 and makes it harder to move his economic job approval in a more positive direction. Source material for this video includes Consumer Price Index information available from the Bureau of Labor Statistics at bls.gov and survey data available at winningtheissues.org. Thanks for watching.